finds its way through 17 seconds into the hockey game. It did not appear as though Edmonton starter Olivier Rodrigue had a clean look.
Well, I got a little bit of a flyby in front of the net, and I may have been just
off the draw. Dominic Tonin from the Jets to the in deep, and the Jets fail to make a good save short side on Axel Janssen-Fjallby, who had snuck to the middle. Janssen-Fjallby a couple years ago had an impact for the Jets. Last year was more of a half and half split between Winnipeg and the American Hockey League. Bob, defense. Yeah, what do you see for Edmonton?
Wow.
More, I would say, 4 through, let's say, 9.
Yeah, Ty Emerson's got his nose ahead of everybody else for the 4. Obviously, Kulak will be the 5.
Out of play into the Edmonton bench once again with Chris Knobloch this time patrolling for the first time as an NHL coach, a training camp. Of course, Knobloch took over with the Oilers sitting at 3-9-1 last year.
Went pretty good for him, Jack.
Sure did. Paul Coffey, Mark Stewart, Glenn Gulletson return as assistants on the Edmonton bench. Winnipeg coached this year by Scott Arniel, who was drafted by the Jets. To settle for a 1-1 tie after 20 minutes of play. The shot clock 6-4 Edmonton.
After one period of play, the Winnipeg Jets won. The Edmonton Oilers 1. Shots on goal in the opening 20 minutes for the Jets 4. And for your Oilers 6.
To be a good teammate and be kind to one another. We expect our fans to fully support the values of respect, inclusion, and safety at all times. Enjoy the rest of the hockey game.
Tonight's Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 raffle by Rogers is currently sitting now at over $42,000 and climbing. Buy your tickets before tonight's early bird draws for your chance to win $500 for Safeway or 2 lower bowl tickets to an upcoming regular season home game. Purchase your tickets in person from 50-50 sellers on the concourse or scan the QR code on the video board and go directly to the buying link. Thank you for supporting the EOCF, and every kid deserves a shot.
Keep it in, and now we'll have our first penalty of the game at the 3:59 mark, and it's going to be a hold as that puck came up ice swiftly, and Anahorn, having been caught in a puck face-off, Hamlin wins it, and now we have a warning for a violation. Often in the preseason, we see some rules that have been kind of on that, Bob. Is that partly because in the next 2 to 3 years, if you look at Edmonton realistically, you're not going to get on the power play on this club. So do you look for guys who can do things on special teams, especially from a shorthanded perspective?
I think James Steffen is probably, if everything works out perfectly, and the owners, there's no salary cap in R&D, research and development. They've invested a lot of money on the development side. He's probably 3 years away from if he can get into the mix in Edmonton. That's how deep the team is,
right.
And he's going to have different. He's going to have to bring different things to the table. I don't think there's any debate about that. I think that's just a given. So, it's like Matt Savoy. Matt Savoy's going down. He's,
as by the time Dermott got back, time had run out. The shots are 19-9.
No scoring in the second period, so the score after 2 periods of play, the Winnipeg Jets won, the Edmonton Oilers won. Shots on goal in period number 2 for Winnipeg 5 for a 2-period total of 9, and for the Oilers 13 for a 2-period total of 19.
Reminder to respect your fellow fans. Let's make tonight an unforgettable experience for everyone.
Tonight's Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 raffle presented by Rogers is currently sitting at just under $60,000. It's still climbing. So buy your tickets before tonight's 6 p.m. live early bird draw. It's your chance to win 2 lower bowl tickets to an upcoming regular season home game. Purchase your tickets in person from 50/50 sellers on the concourse, or scan the QR code on the video board and go directly to the buying link. Thank you for supporting the EOCF, and every kid deserves a shot. Get into the game and experience Oilers hockey with a group of friends, teammates, coworkers, family, or customers. Select from reserve fan seating or food-inclusive seating options. Group seats start at just $49. Book your group outing tonight at EdmontonOilers.com/groups. You don't miss exciting Oilers hockey right here in Rogers Place. The Oilers will be back in action tomorrow when they take on the Calgary Flames. Puck drop scheduled for 7 p.m. You can purchase your tickets for this game and any game this season by visiting EdmontonOilers.com/tickets.
Been on the Napa Auto Parts penalty kill all night.
Well, that happens because, unfortunately, James Stefan
didn't get the puck out.
Turned puck over. And Kapari, who had an injury-riddled season last year, tried to beat a couple men, drew a call.
15:02 to go in the third period.
Tyson's a hard guy not to like, as you know.
Well, an admired teammate and a guy who's now carved out a decade-and-a-half-long career in the National Hockey League.
But the guy that replaced him on that Oilers power play, Evan Bouchard, all he's done in the last 3 playoff years is put up the 3rd most points in the NHL. The only 2 players that are ahead of him are on his team. One's called Connor and one's called Leon. And they traded all for a Stanley Cup, Jack.
Penalty. Phil anticipated a D-to-D pass from the Jets, stole the puck, and as he busted down the seam looking to cash in on the miscue, he was hauled down by Torgerson, and that was after. And the Jets tie it right back up off the draw. It's Dominic Toninato with the equalizer from the top of the circles.
Well, Dominic Toninato is one of those 8 veterans in the lineup. This guy's played almost 200 games in the NHL. 184 and got in
2 goals of loss.